Murphy and Jacqueline, you have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way all the way along. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will, all those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises, they were unspoken matters of the heart. And all these common things and more are the real process of a wedding, a merging of a couple. The vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all. Every word. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned a lot from each other over these past few years. In a few moments, you will say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between the two of you will never be the same again. For after today, you will say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
If I seem a little nervous to you, that's because I am. Because Jacqueline made it very clear that we needed to deliver great speeches. Over the holidays, I drove down from Texas to California with her, and she said, quote, Jill, I'm looking for all the elements. Make it funny, but heartwarming, maybe a few tearjerkers. And I know what you're all thinking. This doesn't sound like the Jacqueline we know. She definitely never makes it a point to express how she wants things and when she wants them. From a young age, we all get asked in school, who is your role model or your biggest inspiration? Well, mine was an easy answer every single time. Jacqueline, I would write down. And as we shared amongst the class year after year, everyone had mom, dad, coach, grandparents, but mine was always my big sister written down. I always felt so special about this as I grew up watching her be the most confident, smart, loyal, supportive sister that she has truly always been. I looked and still do look up to her in a million ways. If you know her, you truly do love her. Growing up, I would absolutely love when people said I looked like her twin. I even wore it around as a big personality trait for a very long time. But honestly, how could I not? Besides a little awkward stage she had around 9 to 12 years old, she was always perfect in my eyes. She constantly works hard while still being the actual life of the party. We share the same traits, one of them being urging people to take shots or drink more when we've had too much ourselves. She's the girl who does it all and succeeds in all areas of life. So Murphy, always remember you caught the best one out there. Jack, you have always been the glue to our family and the one who looks out for all of us. You deserve every ounce of happiness, which I know you will get having Murphy as your husband. You have protected me literally my whole life, and now you have someone who will always protect you. It makes my heart beyond happy knowing you will be taken care of, loved on, and looked out for the rest of your life. You are the best oldest sister I could have ever asked for, and I just hope you know how loved you are and how much I love you. Okay. Murph. Where do I even begin? Murphy is a fan favorite around here, if you haven't noticed, and always has been since he was first brought home to family dinner. You have been the best big brother that I never knew I needed, but quite literally could never live without now. But I would not change a single thing about him or our memories, because quite frankly, he's my best friend, one of the best brothers, and I'm so dang thankful to have you in my life. It's been a blessing to watch you love my sister unconditionally for the past 6 years. You both complement each other so well, and I know that you two will continue to love, challenge, and protect one another for the rest of your lives. I thank God every night that both of you have found your person to make memories and share Frankie with. I thank God that you guys will spend the rest of your lives laughing and reciting Pink Panther and doing the jojoba scene until the very end of time. And lastly, I thank God that we are all here together to celebrate the love that is shared between Jack and Murph. I wish you both the best in married life, and I can't wait to witness all the amazing things you guys achieve having one another by your side. If everyone may raise their glasses in a toast to Jack and Murph. Here's to never going to bed mad at one another, loving each other even when things get tough, and most importantly, remembering how you guys began, young and in love in college, to growing older and wiser together. Thanks. Cheers.
Come away with me, put your hand in mine. Find a place we can stay and stop time, so I can love you more as the years go by. Come away with me, put your hand in mine. There's no place I'd rather be than right here with you. There's no place I'd rather be than right here with you. Run away, let it fall, the call of fear. Of all the things we could be, let's be right here. The little thoughts get caught, linger in your ear.
Murphy, James, Vincent, Slater. Oh God. To this world, you are many things. A son, brother, best friend, co-worker, cousin, and soon-to-be brother-in-law. To me... okay, shit. To me, you are so much more. You are my best friend, my confidant, my partner, my other half, my shoulder to cry on, my rock. I knew from the day I met you that you would change my life for the better. I would say, who knew we'd be here 6 years ago today? But I knew. I knew that when there wouldn't be a day moving forward that we didn't talk to each other. There wouldn't be a day where you wouldn't ask me how my day was, vent about our work days, or laugh until we, or I, cry. I thank God for bringing you into my life, and I truly believe the world would be a better place if everyone had a Murphy in their life. For the past 6 years, we've grown together in more ways than I could possibly count. And to think that where we stand today is technically our beginning. From this day forward, I vow to put you above all else. I promise to be there for you in times of need and celebrate you in times of accomplishment. As we know, there are hard days that we will face together, but having you by my side makes me feel unstoppable. I vow to always try and put my best foot forward and to lead with honesty and faith. To create the family we dream of and raise our children in the eyes of the Lord. I can't wait to see what we accomplish together in this lifetime. I promise to love you and stand by your side as long as we both shall live.
That's so much better than mine. It's great. I love you. I don't even know how to follow that up. But we got to try. My dearest Jacqueline, congratulations to us. I can't believe we're finally here. The past 6 years of my life with you have been nothing short of amazing. I often think about us being 20 again, staying up until 4 a.m. just talking and getting to know each other. Confident versus the world and madly in love. I don't think much has changed. We've gotten to experience so many milestones of our lives together, and I just want to make a million more memories with you. There's no me without you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I want is you right beside me. It makes my heart full. I'm already jealous of our first child together because I know how much love you will have to give them and how amazing of a job you'll do with them, just like you've done with me. Let's continue to live our lives like we have been and continue breaking down barriers and the challenges that we will see by doing it together. To us, baby girl, I love you.
That's so good.
Wake up in the field when the morning comes, with blood on our backs and a brand new song. You can break my body, but you can't break love. All we are is never lost. Your fearless blood flows in these veins. The darkest season bears the weight. The future's still an empty frame of burning nights and endless ways.
So I asked Murphy, how is it that out of 4 billion women on the planet, you chose Jacqueline? And to answer my question, he took Jacqueline's hand, he looked into her eyes, and he said, Jacqueline, I love you for many reasons, and only some of them are. I love how amazingly beautiful you are. You have a 1,000-watt smile. You're fit, athletic, and I like your feminine form. He said it a little differently, but that's what the minister can say. You light up every room with your sparkly persona and your contagious laugh. You're just so bubbly and charismatic, people can't help but like and love you. I admire your strong character, that you have high morals, and you combine talent and drive to be very good at your work. You're confident and self-assured. I like that your face is very expressive, and you're very kind, sincere, loving to everyone, especially your family and me. You're always reassuring to me when I'm facing my own challenges. I know that you will always be solidly by my side. And at the right time, I also know that you will be an awesome mother to our children. And there was more, a lot more, but to keep things moving today, so then I asked Jacqueline, how is it that you said yes to Murphy? And still holding hands, she returned the gaze and she said, well, Murphy, I like that you're tall. And you're always down to have a good time and fun to be with. I love your smile, your constantly changing eye color, your laugh and your heart. But in quieter moments, I appreciate how supportive of me you are, especially to me, but also your friends and family. You always ask how my day was, and you believe I can do anything. I appreciate your support. You're a hard worker. I love how protective you are of me. I always feel safe with you, not only physically, because you're a big guy, but also emotionally. I feel safe with you. And when the time is right, I'm sure you will be a terrific father to our children. Murphy and Jacqueline, it's a combination of all three of these kinds of love: Eros, attraction love; Philia, friendship love; and Agape, unconditional commitment love that must sustain your vows, which I now call upon you to make.
Sometimes I feel I'm dreaming. You're too good to be true. I'd spend all of my hours just to prove it to you. And I would wait my whole life just to hold your hand and do it all again just for you to understand that I won't leave your side if things don't go as planned. I give all I have, yes, I will be your man. When you're under pressure, I'll carry the weight. Take off all your burdens, they don't need to stay. I know I'm not perfect, but I'll do what I can. Give all that I have, darling, I will be your man. I will be your man.
Jilly wasn't kidding when she said she was nervous because Jack has some high expectations for these speeches. Jack asked me back in October if I had finished and how the speech was going. And she was not kidding. Now, this was actually really hard to prepare for two reasons. First, because Jack, Murph, you two are such amazing humans. It's really hard to find the right words to cover it all. Second, because we have so many memories, I can talk about you guys for so long. How can I choose what to talk about? But you should both know that that says a lot right there. Jack, you truly are and always have been the best big sister. You set the standard so high. From such a young age, you taught us to be determined and work hard, but to have fun and be confident. You really paved the way for us, and we are so fortunate to have such an amazing role model. I remember when you were in high school, you told me you were sneaking out. And at first, I was so shocked because I was like, what, my perfect sister? She breaks the rules? But I really felt honored that you had trusted me enough to share in your secret. And then by the time I was in high school, I felt comfortable sneaking out too because I was like, well, Jack did it, so it's totally fine. I can't keep track of the amount of times we've laughed so hard until we were crying and couldn't speak, or sang at the top of our lungs in the car. You really always have been such a rock for this family, and I'm so proud to be your sister. I still brag about you, even at 24 years old, and I don't see myself stopping soon because you continue to do amazing things. Murph, I've always liked you, and now I love you, obviously, just like the rest of my family. You're easy to love, and definitely set the standards high because you're such a great partner to Jack. You've acted like a big brother to me from the very beginning of your relationship. You have such a kind heart, and we are so blessed that you're joining our family. As I look at Jack and Murph today, I see the most loving, trusting relationship I know. I couldn't imagine a more fitting partner for either of you. You truly complement each other so well. I hope you both feel so much love and support from everyone. You have such a bright and exciting future ahead. Even if you didn't have the amazing support system that you have, your combined strength is enough no matter what may come your way. You have an honest, loving, and supportive relationship with so much respect for each other. May you two never stop learning from each other and growing as you continue to love each other in this next chapter of life.
Summer's hot and winter's cold. Time will fly, that's how it goes. Oh, it's magic in the air. You're coming home, I'm waiting there. You never had to wonder the way I feel inside.
First off, I just wanted to start, I had a couple of questions that I was kind of coming across as I was driving down just a couple days ago with Maya, my girlfriend, and, had some questions that I wanted some answers to. So I started off by writing those down and going through those chronologically, and so just like to share those with you guys. But for those of you that, haven't had the pleasure of knowing Murphy for as long as some of us here have, one of the questions I wanted to answer was, who was Murphy before Jacqueline came into his life? And, growing up in the Slater house, being the middle of 5 kids, we had a lot of different influences, cousins, uncles, aunts, family, and friends that really helped us grow and learn a lot. But, having 3 sisters and being the baby boy, Murphy was my role model. He was someone I always looked to for advice. I always wanted to follow his path and be just like him. And so, like Jeff mentioned earlier, and like I told him, he stole my line. I always thought of Murphy as a gentle giant, someone that always looked out for the little guy, which just happened to be his younger brother. And, someone that always set the expectations, set the standards of what it was like to be the best at whatever it was they set their mind to, whether it was water polo, whether it was, working with our sisters and building pillow forts and getting everyone into our room for Cuddle Island the night before Christmas. Murphy always set it up. He always worked with us. He always allowed us to be a part of everything. And, that was something that was just kind of who he was as a kid. He's been like that since the beginning. And, you can ask my mom, there's stories of me at a year old banging a Tonka truck on his head as hard as I could. And my parents would tell him, Murphy, fight back, do something. And he would sit there and he would cry and he'd go, no, I love him. And that's just something that, being a kid, you don't realize. And as you get to hear these stories as you grow up, you really do appreciate what goes on behind the scenes. And Murphy was always there for me behind the scenes. On behalf of the Slater family, we are so lucky, so fortunate, so proud, and so honored to have a sister as amazing as Jacqueline, share our last name, and spend the rest of our lives with us. And to my new sisters, Jillian and Jordan, and to my new baby brother, Jackson, you guys are stuck with us. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but I just want to say, we will continue to grow together, to share life's greatest moments with, and to build to be the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And I hope I say this on behalf of all the Slaters that are here tonight and those that are waiting for us in heaven. We love you guys, and we are so proud of you guys and everything you've accomplished, and the best is yet to come. And we can't wait to share those memories with you and continue to build and love and grow with all of the people that are here with us tonight. So I'd like to just close this off with a toast, and everyone raise their glasses. And just cheers to Murphy and Jacqueline. Thank you guys so much, and I just hope you guys know how fortunate, we all are to have you guys here. So have a great night. Thank you.